Item number SCP-3779. Index: A greenhouse, or how D-80801 learned to give in and embrace nature. Object Class: Safe. Special Containment Procedures. Provisional Site 3779 has been constructed around SCP-3779 to serve as its containment facility. Provisional Site 3779 consists of a perimeter fence, personnel quarters, and 2 research buildings. Plants within SCP-3779 are to be watered according to each species' requirements, and adequate sunlight should be able to reach all of the plants within. If necessary, UV lamps can be placed on the outside of SCP-3779 facing in. Personnel permitted to enter SCP-3779 are to conduct equipment checks before and after entering the structure to ensure no objects are left within. In the event that an unauthorized object is left within SCP-3779, containment teams are to extract the object as quickly as possible. Necessary force is to be used, though teams should attempt to limit as much damage to the structure as possible. Image: SCP-3779 pictured on the left during the initial containment phase. Description: SCP-3779 is a 47 square meter greenhouse located in southwestern Iowa. Within SCP-3779 are various species of potted flora, either hanging from hooks attached to the ceiling or resting on tables or shelves. Written on the inside walls of SCP-3779 in black paint are 8 glyphs of unknown meaning and origin. Note: all attempts to replicate the anomalous properties of SCP-3779 by reproducing these glyphs have resulted in failure. When a foreign object is introduced to SCP-3779, the plants within will begin to exhibit some of the properties of the object. The means by which SCP-3779 chooses which properties to gain is currently unknown. Over the course of approximately 12 hours, SCP-3779 plants will change their properties to match those of the introduced object. If given enough time, the properties of plants within SCP-3779 can match those of the introduced objects. Notes: foreign objects are defined as objects which were not present within SCP-3779 at the time of discovery. It should be noted that the plant pots, tables, shelves, etc. that were within SCP-3779 at the time of discovery are not mimicked by the plants within the greenhouse. Upon the removal of the foreign object, SCP-3779 plants will return to their original states over the course of 4 through 6 hours. Plants which die within SCP-3779 will no longer exhibit their anomalous properties. In the event that an adapted plant is removed from SCP-3779, it will decay similarly to non-anomalous plants, albeit at a much faster rate. Plants introduced to SCP-3779 will not be mimicked. Instead, they will behave like plants already within SCP-3779. Experiment Logs. Test 1. 3779-01-672001. Setup: a 1 meter portion of a standard steel I-beam is placed within SCP-3779 and left for 9 hours. Results: the tensile strength of all plants within SCP-3779 increased by a factor of 10, and the colors of the plants shifted towards that of the I-beam. Test number: 3779-02-672001. Setup: a 0.25 cubic meter block of ice is placed within a container and then into SCP-3779 and left for 7 hours. Results: over the course of the preliminary 6 hours, the plants within SCP-3779 gained some of the properties of the ice. As the ice melted, the molecules making up the plants detached from their structures through unknown means and behaved like a liquid. When the water was removed, the pools of plant material reformed into their pre-experiment forms. Test number: SCP-3779-03-692001. Setup. A laboratory mouse, Mus musculus, is placed within SCP-3779 and left for 7 hours. Results. After 5 hours, SCP-3779 plants developed structures containing photoreceptor cells which emanate from various locations on their stems. After 6 hours, plants developed funnel-like structures which resemble the ears of the laboratory mouse which emanate from various locations on their stems, though no further structures were observed. Test number 3779-04-6112001. Setup. D-80801, a 32-year-old Caucasian male, was placed within SCP-3779 and instructed to sit and wait until further notice. Results. After 9 hours, SCP-3779 plants had developed complex and fully functional visual, auditory, and somatic organs across all structures of the plants. After 10 hours, SCP-3779 plants began to develop muscular structures, allowing them to move their stems and stem branches. After 11 hours, D-80801 was instructed to remove an ocular organ from one of the plants. While attempting to do this, the plant in question wrapped an extraneous vine around D-80801's neck and strangled him to death. Following the death of D-80801, plants within SCP-3779 became inert and began to imitate decaying flesh in a manner similar to that of D-80801's body.